Hi, how are you? My name is Houston, and welcome back to another video where I'm wearing the same shirt and same hat that I seem to be wearing in like every video. This is kind of like my after work, after the gym outfit, a cutoff, shorts, and just any hat. But obviously, you know that I love the camo hat. Shout out to Winthrow, perhaps the greatest outdoor store in Seattle. And, you know, I mean, in the world, right? They're doing super cool stuff over there, from events to whatever it is that Nate Ho has in stock at the actual store in Cap Hill here in Seattle. And I just feel like I always got to give them kudos when it comes to just what they're doing. It's also an excuse to practice what Joseph Goldstein calls responding to your gracious impulses. So like when something good pops up, like a compliment or just any sort of way that you could brighten someone's day, or just spread positivity into the world, because we all have those impulses all the time, at least most of us, I would think. Don't hesitate to say it. See somebody, hey, that's a cool shirt, hey, I like that show too, hey, those are nice selvage denim jeans. I don't know, obviously I have spoken about this before, but some things just bear repeating. Not to overblow the intro on this one, but one thing that I'm enjoying right now, at least a week and a half in, is my new job. So yeah, that's been a massive boost in my overall mood and a massive reduction in my stress levels when it comes like across the board for everything. And just getting a new job, trying something new, putting yourself out there, it really has to do with growth and change, and how that stuff is really difficult. So let's get into Celeste and talk about it. Here we are on Celeste, a beautiful little game that has really warmed my heart and angered me to no end because I think I have died more times in this game than any other platformer. Well, I've died 851 times. You can see right there. Just as a quick word, if you've never played Celeste, I'm literally at the very end right now. We're gonna get some great music and some platforming that I'm not gonna be able to do while I'm speaking, so this might be a really chopped up edit, but we will see. All right, that was a great start. So I'm really glad that my new job isn't stressing me out as much, because I'm doing something that I've never done before, and it's called Mass X. And that's basically where drillers come in and they like drill metal or steel piles into the ground, and then they put lagging boards in and you dig it down. Like that's what you do for shoring, to like dig parking garages and like deeper building slabs in. So like I've moved a lot of dirt before, like when I was building plats when I was younger, but I've never done like really big, deeper excavations like that. And this one's not that deep, but there's a lot of stuff, like the process around it, that I'm not used to. And obviously that stuff can be scary sometimes, like going into something that you're unfamiliar with and like not sure if you're going to be able to like perform properly, or not sure if like people are expecting more from you than you can offer. So it's nice that it seems that when I talked to the project manager today, at least, that like they're pretty happy with like what I'm doing. So I'm really grateful for that. And it's kind of a good reminder to just like, dude, I cannot jump on this wall. It's kind of a good reminder to like, I guess if you have skills, like to be more confident in your skills. It just reminds me, and this is kind of dumb, but of a Seinfeld quote where on the White Album, Wale's album, he's talking to him about how do you know if you're ready for marriage? And he's like, oh, you don't know, because that's growth and you're never ready for growth. And I know it's Seinfeld, and like plenty of other philosophers and all that have spoken about change and growth, and how a lot of the time it's really tough to be someone who is ready or prepared for something that will change who you are, because that's kind of like the very definition of it. It's always nice to remind yourself that you generally are more capable than you believe. Oh my God. I hate this. If I haven't learned anything in like the past, God, how long have I been doing this stuff? Like 11 or 12 years, then I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, do I need to switch careers and just try something new? Do I need to learn how to code, like vibe code with AI? It's kind of funny though, because I've literally only been there for like a week. And yesterday, one of my coworkers already found out that I like make content somehow. I mean, my Instagram and like all my stuff, it isn't private, it's all public, so I don't really care that much. But I just thought it was funny. He's like, are you like a podcaster or something? And I'm like, no, I'm kind of just like I just talk to my camera and played pixelated video games, you know. Except not like, you know, my Instagram, that's definitely like more focused on my training, and then TikTok is just more like random shit post kind of videos. But I feel like that's a good platform for that, because something about TikTok, just like, it's, well, none of my family or like nobody that I know really follow me on there. So it's really, it's a lot easier to detach myself from any sort of stigma around creating content. I do know some people that follow me on there, and of course like that increases as time goes on, which is fine. Like I don't care that much. It's just, you know what I mean? There's a certain like level of association that's easy to justify like creating a barrier for, but it's whatever. I mean, I feel like the more content you make, the more you like get used to just not giving a fuck what people think, which is great. I mean, I think that probably applies to like anything that you do. The more you get into something, the less you care about what anybody thinks you're doing, and the more you just get like dialed in on what you are actually doing and like your own improvement. That definitely doesn't happen to everyone, but to me that seems like easily the best path when it comes to making content. Because if you just get obsessed, like what they call audience capture, you end up as someone who, you know, makes a certain kind of content, and then people like you for that, and then you are kind of forced through, like, a lot of the time it's a monetary gain. Some people just give too many fucks about what other people think, which sucks. It really sucks to have a brain like that, or it would suck to have a brain like that. But yeah, you just get captured by your audience, and then everything you do is driven by their approval, which, God, that's horrible. Imagine living for someone else all the time. Not good. Dude, I cannot make this jump, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Watch me be trapped on this for like the next 30 minutes, and this is just the whole video. If it is, like, I'll still upload it. I don't care, but that'll be one for the books for sure. Okay. See, it's because I suck. That's why. Do I have to commit to the double boost there? Like, is that what it is? It's kind of funny too, because this game is like based on acceptance and change as well. Like, the main character, Madeline, is facing like an inner demon of hers, like her negative side, her side that like doesn't believe in her. And originally she thought that, spoilers by the way, I guess, if you care about the story of Celeste, originally she thought that she needed to cast it off. But really, and this is how it is in real life, it's not that you really need to get rid of your bad side, but you need to like understand it and try and find a way to work with it. Because, I mean, I'll use myself as an example. My impatience is something that I don't really believe that I'm ever going to get rid of. And that's totally fine, I guess, because, you know, what are you going to do? But I can definitely manage it. I can work with it. I can notice when I'm becoming impatient. I can notice when I'm becoming angry. Things like that. The Silksong announcement is super cool, though, so I'm excited to see what Team Cherry has been cooking up over all these years. I am just trying to like go through a couple smaller games right now, which is why I'm playing Celeste. It's been downloaded on Game Pass for me for, I don't know, months at this point. And I've just been like slowly avoiding it because new games just keep coming out. You could tell I'm really having fun just jumping between these platforms, fighting the fucking wind. Dude, I can't. I can't, bro. I can't do it. I knew this was a bad idea too, because when I think back at like my Hollow Knight videos, I was like, yeah, that was tough. Just like even doing the platform in that game and the combat and trying to talk at the same time. But this is a whole other beast. Like, I feel like this is like a true difficult platformer. It's definitely the hardest one I've played, and these are just the main levels too. Apparently there are like B and C side levels that are even harder. I don't know if I'm gonna do those. It's funny when my coworker was asking me like what I talk about in my videos. I was like philosophy or just gaming or my interests or just kind of everything, man. I mean, I'm not someone who really shies away from anything that like interests me. I feel like so many people don't want to get interested in things because they feel like it's just overwhelming, but I just love life and the opportunity to experience things so much that whenever I feel something start to ignite within me, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll get into that. I'll do a deep dive. So it could be gaming, it could be manga, it could be anime. I think cars are really cool. I am obsessed with exercise. I am slowly getting more and more into cycling, and that is certainly an adventure, a very expensive adventure. I feel like so many people, oh my god, I almost fucking did it. So many people are scared to be bad at things, scared to not know enough about something to really make a point about it. You don't always have to be the most educated person in the room on a certain subject. I love asking people that I know who know more than me about a certain subject to tell me about the things. I'm like, oh, well, like my friend Tarek or like Kennedy, they know way more about photography than me. Or like Tarek knows way more about coffee than me. So I'll ask him about coffee because I think it's really cool that you can brew it in so many different ways, or that certain things have different flavor profiles, or like, how you source the beans or how you roast them, or like Kennedy will tell me about like film or I don't know, his favorite Leica at the moment. Or I'll ask my friend Podgy about animation and the process around a big studio making a show like One Piece, because he has done a handful of cuts on a few episodes, like from Genga to Negan, which is cleanup, I think. And then he recently did his first set of like key animation or like layout. So if I'm getting that wrong, by the way, Podgy, I'm sorry. This is why I ask questions, but can't remember everything. But yeah, it's super cool to see people do things that you're unfamiliar with and then ask them about it, and then they can explain it, and you're like, wow, that's awesome. What's the use of being alive if you're not using your time on Earth to experience and really take in the fullness of everything? Like, why should I be afraid to like things that seem to be on the opposite end of the spectrum, right? Why should I be afraid to be a construction worker who loves manga? Or why should I be afraid to be, and this stuff even plays into like gender roles too. Like, why should I, as a man who loves exercise, training, and all this stuff that just like fuels testosterone on untold levels, why should I be afraid to cook an amazing meal? Why should I be afraid to love being in the kitchen, or, enjoy it when my girlfriend brings home a bouquet of flowers? Because flowers are beautiful. You shouldn't be afraid of any of that stuff. And you shouldn't be afraid to just experience new things. There's so much out there to experience. And I think that when you wake up every day, or at least try most days, daily-ish, as Oliver Berkman would say, try daily-ish to walk through life with a fullness and an openness, I think that you will be a lot better off. Embrace the growth, embrace the change, embrace the fact that you can't seem to beat one stage. This isn't even a stage, just one section of a stage, because the wind is blowing against you, and this is just like the tides of life sometimes. You will be walking through life and you will be headstrong. You will be ready to face the day. Sometimes, though, you walk outside ready to attack the day, and the wind is blowing in your face at speeds that you could never comprehend. Hurricane speeds. You've never seen a hurricane before. You didn't think one was possible in your life, in this area, in the city you live in. But here it is. You're out the door. You see it. The winds are swirling, and you can't seem to jump on this wall. And even when you do, sometimes you miss the jump. And then you fall to your metaphorical death over and over and over again. And you think to yourself, do I care that people are seeing me do this? And then you repeat to yourself, no, because I love doing this, because I'm a champion. And you know what? As my 20-year-old coworker said, winners find a way. And apparently a penguin from Surf's Up said that. So it's been stuck in my head. Winners find a way. So even if I'm going to stop the recording, I am going to find a way. I'm going to defeat this level. I'm going to defeat these wins. And I'm going to come back stronger than ever. Maybe the next time you see me playing a game, I'll be like, yeah, I beat that Celeste level. But you know what? I'm not really sure if I'm going to defeat it right now. No! A wise man once said, sometimes you are good at certain things, and sometimes you are bad at certain things. This was truly a shameful display of gaming, but I'm going to hold my head high, and I think I'm going to take this one on the chin and end the video here. Sometimes you just got to upload it because why not? But no, I actually touched on some stuff that I wanted to in this because I can't seem to upload every week right now. I'm running like 50 miles a week, 40 to 50 miles a week. I'm dialed in on my training, and it's really hard to make time even to just record one video and then edit it. So I'm thankful to be here though. I'm thankful that I have the ability to train as much as I want to right now. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching me fail on this one part of Celeste for, God, what is it going to be, like 15 or 20 minutes? For me, real time, it's probably about 30 minutes. So yeah, that's really cool. But as always, I'll see you on the next one. 10 minutes later, I did it. I lived, bitch.